All right. Well, welcome everyone to our health huddle tonight, Monday, the 20th of February already. Even though it says my name is Susan LaBelle, for those of you who have been on before know that this brunette here is not Susan. My name is Jessica Johns, and I am a coaching partner with Susan, and I'm going to be hosting the huddle tonight. So I'm super excited that you're all here. We've got some really, really exciting information to share with everybody. So if this is your first health huddle, welcome. We're so glad you're on here. We have such an awesome community, and we love to support each other and come together and share our awesome stuff from the week, stories of inspiration, and some of the cool stuff that's been coming up recently for the company. So I am going to get our PowerPoint going here. And while I'm doing that, I would love if anybody has like something awesome that happened this week, a victory that you have, or even a non-scale victory, pop yourself off mute and come on and share it with us. No matter if you've been a client for a day, or you're waiting for your food, or you've been in maintenance for a while, we'd love to hear from you. So who wants to be brave? Anybody?
I will.
Okay, go for it.
I just wanted to say that it's a non-scale victory, really. I am kind of pursuing.
Tell us who you are first.
Oh, sorry, Laura Biziano. I just wanted to say that I'm kind of pursuing a passion of mine, and just having the extra confidence of feeling comfortable in my skin, like even doing this, is kind of another non-scale victory. So I kind of am infiltrating the bridal and wedding market, so I'm excited about that.
That's so great. Congratulations. It's fun to kind of have find your power and be able to crack out of your shell. So congratulations. Good job.
Thank you.
Good job sharing. All right, who's next? Who else wants to pop off?
You've been hostage. Come on.
I'll go, Jess.
Okay, awesome.
My name's Tanya, and I have been with Take Shape for Life for about 3.5 years, and so I lost my weight at the very beginning. And so for me, just recently, I've decided to work a little bit more on my fitness side of my health, which I think sometimes we can, lose that aspect of things. So I did an in-body composition test about a month ago, and doing the Optavia Take Shape for Life blended, and just really focusing on my nutrition with exercise, I was able to drop my body fat percentage by almost 4% in just 30 days, which was crazy. So it was really exciting to see that. Not necessarily there wasn't any scale movement, but knowing that I was leaner. So
that's so great. Thank you for sharing that, because I think that's really important, because that is a non-scale victory that is probably one of the most important ones, because your body composition is changing. And, when we talk about wanting to be a certain size or feel better in our clothes, that's body composition changing. And becoming a leaner version of yourself, even if the scale doesn't change that much because you're losing fat while you're gaining that lean muscle, it's the best. And sometimes if you just look at the scale and you're like, oh, I'm only down 4 pounds, but you lost maybe 8 pounds of fat, that's amazing to see that. So thank you for sharing, Tanya. That's awesome. Okay, who's next?
Josh, you're letting out water.
Anybody else? Do we have one more? Anybody? Somebody needs to mute themselves. I hear some background kiddos or something. Anybody? No? Okay. So I am going to start sharing some of the awesome stuff that has come out this week, and I'm going to start with a little bit of my story, because a lot like Tanya shared, I have been a certified health coach for almost 6 years now, which is amazing. And when I started our coaching, I didn't have weight to lose. I was at a really good size, a good weight, and then a little bit of life happened the last probably 2 years, some health issues, an ankle injury, moving, life happens sometimes, even health coaches. And I found myself in a spot that I definitely was not feeling great. I was not at my best. And right at that time, lucky for me, our company released the Optavia line, and that was a game changer for me in my health. I went all in. I went a full 100% 30 days on the 5-in-1 using the Optavia products that came out in August, and I had incredible changes as well. Like Tanya talked about, most of the time people wouldn't look at me and think that I had a lot of weight to lose, but I lost about 5.5% body fat, and that was huge for me in my energy levels, how I felt. Clothes that I hadn't worn in over a year finally have fit me again, which feels amazing. And in my fitness, in my martial arts, I've been able to take my martial arts up to a whole new level because of my healthier body, and that was amazing for me. So on that topic, we are super excited to announce that our amazing company has now released 20 more Optavia fuelings, and that's the super exciting thing that we're going to talk about tonight, because these fuelings, it's really the next level in what we get to do. If you guys have been clients for a while, maybe you started with the MetaFast meal replacements, which are a tried and true, researched, FDA approved meal replacement. But with our company and our desire to be more wellness focused, we really wanted to have something for all of you that does take your wellness up to a whole nother level. Not just with weight loss, that great fat burning state that we can achieve with the MetaFast, but now to have our Optavia fuelings, we're at a whole nother level that we can provide for you in health. So the new line is called Optavia Essential, and you can kind of think of it as some of your old favorites just revamped, Optaviaized into the next level of fueling. So we like to call them fuelings because we really want you to focus on fueling your body every couple hours. So think of it as fuel. There's still all the amazing stuff that the MetaFast products had, but we've taken away some things that it's time to take away and added in some other amazing things. So I'm going to switch over to this next slide here and show you some of the cool things that have been added to the Optavia line. And then you might be thinking as I'm going through this, okay, what's the difference between these Optavia Essential and the Optavia that has been out since August? And I will address that as well. So the benefits of the Optavia Essentials fuelings, which were just released today, they're in your cart right now, so you can add some of those to your order if you want. They are free of artificial colors, flavors, and sweeteners, which is huge. I know a lot of people are trying to get away from the artificial sweeteners, and sometimes in life we do use those so we can achieve a lower calorie load, a lower glycemic index on things, but artificial sweeteners, flavors, and colors don't always jive with maybe how you want to eat or what your body likes. I know for me, my body's not a huge fan of artificial sweeteners, and so that has been fantastic for me. I really love that. We also are adding probiotics. I'm not going to try to pronounce it. If you're really good at pronouncing things, you might be able to understand what it's called, but this amazing super high grade probiotic has been added to the fuelings. So it's a proprietary probiotic. It aids in your digestion of protein. So if you ever had any kind of tummy grumbles with the MetaFast fuelings, this might really be a great solution for you to have the Optavia Essential fuelings. So it supports your immune health, which is huge, right? It's cold and flu season. It is no fun to get sick. So for me, if I can do anything to improve my immunity, I'm all about it. And these probiotics are 10 times more effective than the probiotics that you find like in yogurt. So that's kind of awesome. In addition to that, they've added additional vitamin D to all the fuelings. So it's 50% of your daily value in each fueling. So I know sometimes if you go to your doctor, maybe those of you who live in the dreary Northwest like I do, we need more vitamin D. That sunshine does not always make it through that cloud layer. And so to have that extra vitamin D in the fuelings is amazing. Because I know personally, my doctor has me take a vitamin D supplement, but now I no longer will have to do that because it's right there in our fuelings, which is great. Let's see. Can everybody hear me still? I'm getting, some people can't hear me. I see some Heads nodding yes. Okay. So my volume is okay. Hopefully Jennifer, you can hear us in a second. Okay, we're gonna go to the next slide here. Okay, so here's a little bit of a difference between the Optavia Select, which is the Optavia Fuelings that came out in August, the Optavia Essentials, which came out today, and our classic MetaFast meal replacements that we've had. So the big differences I could just point out, differences between the Optavia Select and the Optavia Essentials. The Select has the ones from August, the ones that we've had for a while. They just don't have the extra vitamin D. They have the probiotics. These are all fortified with all your vitamins and minerals that you need for a whole day. Super high quality protein. The Optavia Select also has non-GMO protein, which is pretty awesome, and it has those global flavors. So it has like the Indonesian cinnamon and the chia seeds and some of that extra stuff that they've added into for more, I don't know, refined palates. If you like those extra, like the curry and all those great flavors that are added into there. The Optavia Essentials that are available today have the extra vitamin D, the probiotics, fortified with all the nutrients, all that good stuff. The only difference really is that that they're not GMO. They're not non-GMO. So I know there's a big, difference of opinions on GMO. So depending on what your preference is, now you have two great options. And then our MetaFast Classic are the same as they've been, and they're still available, which is pretty great. Okay, I'm going to go back a little bit here. So what I wanted to talk about a little bit more on that is with let me take myself off screen share here. With the new Essentials line, they are completely interchangeable with your 5-in-1 program that you've been doing, or your 3-in-3 program, your Nursing Mothers program. Both of our Optavia lines and the MetaFast meal replacements are all interchangeable. So you don't have to worry about, oh, do I not have the right thing, or which one should I order? You can do any of them, mix and match. And I would love to encourage you, if you love, let's say you love that chocolate mint bar or the s'more bar in the MetaFast line. If you love that, but you want to maybe try a little bit of the new Optavia Essential, get the new Optavia Essential chocolate mint bar. It has a little bit of a different name, but it's the new improved version of the chocolate mint bar. So give it a try. Add one of those to your order and see if it's worth it to you. There's a little bit of a price difference. I wrote it out here. It's like $1.40, I think it is, a day to go from the MetaFast Classic to the Optavia Essential. So when you think about if you add a high-grade probiotic supplement and an extra vitamin D supplement to your day, as someone who previously bought those at the store, I can tell you that $1.40 is nothing to add to have those extra health benefits in your diet. So that's pretty phenomenal to have those. And, I have been, even though I've been a coach for almost 6 years, I did my program back in August and lost my weight. To maintain, I still have a couple bars in my purse every day because I'm running around crazy with kids, working, exercising, and I use our products a couple times a day just to fuel my body because I am busy, and that's a great option to have with you. So those are really the awesome benefits of everything we have, and they're really, really good. They taste really good. I know I personally spoke with one of the guys who's in charge of the product development back at the company, and he said that they worked, they took the MetaFast Fuelings and they worked hard to make them taste not just the same as the MetaFast, but by taking out the sweeteners, they wanted those flavor profiles to stay the same, but they wanted them to like blow you away, taste that much better. So if it tasted the same, they scrapped it and they started to work on a new one. So there's 20 new ones today. They're going to release even more in a couple months and even more in July, which we are all just crazy thrilled about. So that is all I want to say. If anybody wants to pop off and share their excitement or thoughts, I know some of our coaching team is on the line tonight and got to try some of these cool new things at our conference that we all just got back from. So if anybody wants to pop off and share, please go for it. Anybody? I know sometimes this is a hard time of night because there's kids and dinner and all that kind of stuff.
I'll share, Jess.
Yeah, go for it.
So we, a few of us were there and we split one of the cinnamon roll bars. And I was a huge fan of bars. I just am. And most people, I found, myself included, couldn't ever have more than like maybe 2 or 3 in a day without having some tummy grumbling issues going on. And I noticed with the old bars, and I lost my weight with the MetaFast, so not ditching that at all, but the bars had a little bit of a super duper sweet flavor. You know, they were like sweet up a notch. Then the new Optavia Essential cinnamon bars truly, really tasted like a cinnamon roll. It was really, really good. And so I would concur with all the things that you said, that it's like the same, only better.
Awesome. I love it. And the s'more bar is like phenomenal. I'm like a sucker for s'mores. And so that new s'more bar is really good. Not that it's all about the food, but you know, it helps when you love what you're eating. Okay, anybody else? Let's see. I'm going to look at the chat and see what questions. If you have questions, you can throw them in the chat window too, and I'll answer them.
Can you hear me okay? My internet's a little
Tanya. Yeah.
Okay. I was going to say, I also tried them this past weekend too, and I really enjoyed our core line for the last 3.5 years, but same thing as what Jennifer was saying, I didn't know they could really make the mint chocolate bar any better, but they did. And everything I've tried, I really do enjoy. And there were a couple that weren't my favorites. And so trying them again with the new essential line, I mean, I love the caramel crunch bar, and that was not one of my favorites before. So I'm excited to have some new flavors to try out. And not to mention too, just even from the core or the Optavia line that they launched last summer, to have the probiotics and everything in it. I mean, it makes a huge difference. And I noticed someone in the chat made a comment about the $10 probiotics, and you could potentially buy probiotics for $10 for a month, but we're talking like real high quality probiotics. My son has a lot of stomach issues, so we actually get like the highest grade probiotics, and it's like $70 a month alone for just my son for 30 days. So if you're getting high quality probiotics, it's definitely worth it. So
Yeah, I would agree with that. I have bought many a probiotic over the year, and there's a big difference in grade and quality. Yeah, that's great. Let's see what else? Oh, somebody's off. See if I can find them. Let's see, other questions. Let's see about soy protein. So they maintained the same protein. So if something was a soy protein MetaFast meal replacement, then it's a soy protein Optavia. If it was gluten-free before, it's still gluten-free. If it was whey protein before, it's still whey protein. So that's a really good question. Let's see. Oh, and are there kits? So yes, they do have some brand new Optavia kits, which are great. So if you instead of hand selecting, if you just like to say somebody else do the work for me, they have pre-set kits. There's an on-the-go Optavia Essentials kit, and then there's one that has all the different things in it. So you can add those to your cart too, which is kind of nice if you like to do that. But let's see does anybody else have any more questions before we end our huddle tonight? I love there's so many of you. Oh, there's 40 of us on here. That's so great. Good job, everybody. I know sometimes it's hard, but whoop, somebody's on. It's hard to find them. Okay, but anyways, so we're at 20 minutes, so I want to respect your time so you can get back to your families and back to your evenings. Thank you guys so much for being on the call tonight. I encourage you, any of these Monday nights that you can hop on. If you're having an awesome week, share. If it's not such an awesome week, come on and be part of our community so you can be inspired. And so we can help lift you up and continue on your journey, because that's what this is about. yes, it's about getting a healthy body, but it's also about getting a healthy mind, and being part of a community that supports you and is positive and is all moving forward in the same direction is a really big part of that. So don't discount that. And if you miss them, we'll post the recordings on our client pages. So look for those if you miss one, or text your health coach, because we will send it to you in a jiffy if you want to listen in. So thank you guys for listening. For those of you who are going to pop on our coach huddle, I'm going to turn this off for a little bit, but we'll be back in about 9 minutes for that. But otherwise, go out there, have an amazing week. Call your health coach. We want to hear from you, and we'll see you guys next Monday. Good night.
Thank you, Jeff.